Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Maharaj.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat devotees.
Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam at your feet.
Dandavat. Going to begin with Prapanna prayers.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavat.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hi.
Hello. Anybody else with us?
We don't get to see you very often.
I know. It's normally at house, people around in the house.
Always hiding behind Krishna.
Yes, I do. Dandavat to all devotees.
Just a Dandavat to all the devotees.
Dandavat Pranam.
Let's start with Vandana. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padam Shri Guru
Vaishnavam Pracha
Shri Rupam
Rupam
Sagrajatam
Sahajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Tam Sajivam
Sajivam Sadvaitam
Saitam Savatam
Panichanam
Jana Saitam
Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam
Krishna
Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Cha
Sakanvitam Shah Om Bhagavan
Jnanatimirandasya Ananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruvyo Namaha
Puja Shri Guru
Bhagavanitai
Bhargava
Mahabhavanitaya Sada
Purva
Purvapurya Parampara Prakta
Prashakta Pragya Pramurta Krite Bhaktir Nimala
Nirjarasya
Nibratam
Sammatam
Samracham
Sadaram
Vande Shri
Vande Sri Gurudevam Ananta Srila Acharya Varam Nijam
Purva Vista
Purva Vishwa Suprakam Guru Ganirasishta Sambhutitam
Chincha
Yata Samasta Veda Nipunam
Shri
Sri
Rupa
Rupa Kantamigam
Govinda Vidam
Mujjalam Varatanam
Bharatanam
Janvita Sundaram Vande Vishwa Guru Divya Bhagavate Premano Pradam
Devam
Devam Divyatanam Suchandavadanam Malalaka Chelana Chittam
Vairagya Vidya
Parananda Param Sadhya Kavaranam Vairagya Vidyapatim
Saraswatanam
Siddhantaridhi Bhaktim Lasakim Saraswatim Varam Vande Tam Subhadram Madhva Sharanam Nyayasishwaram Sridharam
Sri
Sri
Siddhanta
Siddhanta Saraswati Vito
Gaur
Gauranaye
Atha
Tato Vajraya Prabhuta Agano Yogaura Sankirtanaya
Mahabharati Mangalottam
Mangaladhara
Udriti
Gadanudhara Jivanam
Krishna
Krishna Prema
Brahma
Suvati Gana Sukam
Prabhu
Rate Prabhum Tam Bhaje
Namo Gaur Kishora
Aya Bhakti
Bhagavadotam
Vidota Murtaye Gaura Hari Padma Vrindaya
Radha
Radha Bhava Nisevane
Vande Bhakti
Vande Bhakti Vinodam Sri
Gaurashakti
Gaura Shakti Swarupakam
Bhakti
Bhakti Shastrajna Samrajnam
Radharasa
Rasa Sudhanidhim
Gauravajashi
Gaura Rajasteshir Vaishnaver Vande Vigraham
Jagat
Jagannatha Prabhum Vande
Prema
Premadim Buddha Vaishnavam
Vanchakapa
Panchakalpatarubhavascha
Vipasindu
Vasindhu Bhayevacha
Patitanam
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namaha
Panchatattvam Krishnam
Bhakta
Bhaktarupam
Sarupam
Bhaktavataram
Taram Bhaktyakam Namami Bhakta Sanketam
Namo Mahavadanaya
Mahavadannaya Krishna
Prema
Prema Pradayate Krishnaya
Krishna
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 Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Amen.
Namne Gaura Kise Namaha
Jaitam Sarato
Tam Sartam Bangar Mama Mandamatir Gatihi
Vatsarvasa
Vatsarvasva Padambujo Radha Madana Mohanam Divya Vrindavanaya Kalpadrumadaya Srimad Ratnagara Simhasana Suto Sri Gandharva Srila Govinda Devo Presta Deva Smarami
Sarambi Ramsivata
Sarasambhave Vamshivata Tata Stitaha Karsanveno Samvir Gopam Nata Sriyastu Naha
Tulasi
Vyaya Chitavasita Krishna Bhakti Pradip Devi Satyavati Namo Namaha Atanata Santva Gurun Bhagavata Tadan Dasan Jagat Gurun Nato Tato Jayo Udirato
Jai
Saparati Se
Sri Sri Guru Sangha
Radha Padmanam Jayatsu Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Prabhu
Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Hari Ram
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Hare
Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Chaitanya, Srila Bhakti Vishnava Maharaj, Ki Jai.
Jai
Jai
Jai Giri Govardhan, Ki Jai.
Jai
Jai Samaveda Bhakti Vindi, Ki Jai.
Jai
Jai,
Praise the assembled devotees. Oh, glory to
Jai,
Jai
my devotees. Lord
Jai
Premanandi, Hari Hari Hari.
Hari
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 Ji.
Hari
Bol
Bol
Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Jai, Jai.
Jai
Reading from Sri Prapanna-jivanamrtam, the Life-Nectar of the Surrendered Souls. This is the section on full surrender, Atmanivedana. We're on text 17. Jai Srila Jaya Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka-charya Astatara Sata Sri Sri Bhakti Rakshak Sri Dev-Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Sri Prapanna-jivanamrtam Ki Jai.
Jai.
Opadika Dharmana Dharmama Sambandha Chedastra Sanya Vandana Bhadrim Astu Bhavato Bo Snanatubhyam Namo Bo Deva Pitarascha Tarpana Vidho Naham Shama Kamyatam Yatra Kvapi Nishadya Yarva Kulotamasraya Kulotam Tamasya Amsadvisha Smaram Magam Aharam Tad Alam Manye Kim Anye Name. Spoken by Madhava Puri. All connection with former religion is severed. All morning, noon, and evening prayers, may all good be unto you. O daily ablutions, my respects to you. O demigods, O forefathers, may you forgive me. I cannot follow the injunctions to offer you libations. Wherever I may be, I shall eradicate my sins, constantly contemplating that jewel of the Yadu dynasty, the slayer of Kamsa. I think this is sufficient for me. What more could I ever want? What more could I ever want rather than this? So this is the revolutionary idea that Krishna teaches in the Bhagavad Gita. When he says, Sarva Dharmam Parityajya, Ekam Sharanam Vraja, Aham Tvam Sarva Papevi, Mokshashyami Mahasacha. Don't give up all religion, all practices and rituals and duties of religion. That's for people who want to get some good merit in this world, who are trying to purify themselves in this world. But what happens after you purify yourself? That's the thing that we're after. And that purification is meant to give up all material engagement and engage in the service of Krishna, the transcendental meditation of the Lord and his devotees and their pastimes. That's the whole purpose of religious practices. When Krishna was a little boy, he told the residents of Vrindavan, don't worship the demigods, the forefathers, all these things. He said, you just worship Govardhan Hill. Remember? He told them in a revolutionary way, don't worship all these other things. All you have to do is worship Govardhan Hill, and everything will come to you. You know? Prabhupada used to tell people are looking for $1, $10, or $20 like that. But if you can find the $100 bill, Then all the $1, $10, all the other bills are taken care of. All the other amounts are included. So by seeking the highest, all other things are obtained. Krishna is the root of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. We have nothing else to aspire for. If we don't understand what the highest thing is. Once we understand what the highest thing is, then we have no aspiration for other things. We should not have any aspiration for other things. Why? You're getting the highest thing. The problem is to have faith. Faith means that, actually. The meaning of faith is that by serving Krishna, everything else is accomplished. That is faith. If we think we have some other things to do in this world, depend upon, then that is not faith. That faith in this world, faith in your own abilities. But the fact is that Krishna is God. He is the supreme Ishvara, Ishvara Parama, supreme controller, Rishikesha, Rishikena. He is the controller of the senses, the owner of the senses. He is the owner of everything. Bhagavan. Van means opulences. Bhagavan means owner. Bhagavan means the owner of Bhagavat. Bhagavat means opulences. So he's the owner of all opulences. Possessor of all opulences. And he's called Rakila Rasamrita Murti, the reservoir of all pleasure. All rasa, all nectarian taste. The one who has faith in Krishna knows these things and puts his full confidence in that and doesn't seek anything else. One-pointed. And thereby they become perfect. Krishna makes this perfectly clear in the Gita. The saints proclaim the same thing. All the scriptures proclaim the same thing. What do we think? That is just words? That's just edification? Or is there some meaning there? There's some significance. Something we are being directed toward. That is the greatest achievement the human being can aspire for. Simply surrendering to Krishna and meditating on Krishna. You don't have to stand on your head and touch your nose. The yoga performance, all these things. Simply surrender. And we come to the plane of surrender through Gurudev. We accept the order, the direction of Gurudev as good as God's instruction. That's how we practice our sadhana. Our sadhana is to accept the instruction of Gurudev as our life and soul. Srila Prabhupada showed that perfectly by his own example in his own life. Simply by accepting the order of his Gurudev on his head, he became empowered to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. something no man could do at an old age like as he was. No man, no ordinary man could do that. So Sridhar Maharaj told he was a Shakti-based avatar. He became empowered by Krishna by making himself empty, and Krishna had to come and help him, had to come and fill him with his own mercy, with his own energy. And in that way, was able to perform miracles. Now, in our own lifetimes, we have seen this happen. And we know it's not just a fable, and not just edifying words. There's a fact. There's a reality there. Some people think God is, where is God? What are we praying to? It's some kind of fantasy, some kind of mental idea. But no, Krishna is real, just like this world that we see is real, but we don't see it properly. That's the problem. To see the world properly means to see Krishna. He's called the Supreme Being. Supreme Being doesn't mean he's the highest being. It means that all being is in him. We say being, but being is one. Who is that being? That is Krishna. So wherever is, that is also Krishna. It's his energy. It belongs to him, and it's a manifestation of his own potency. So as we become realized in Krishna consciousness, we will understand these things and recognize, yes, what the scriptures were saying all this time were correct. And we have been misled by our own misconceptions about reality. Maya. Maya is two words, consists of two words, ma and ya. Ma means na, or not, and ya means that, or Krishna. Not Krishna, that's Maya. Krishna is the truth, and Maya means not Krishna. The illusion that what we are seeing is everything but Krishna. Krishna is not involved in any of the things that we are involved in. That is Maya. But to become Krishna conscious means to see his involvement in everything. And we become involved with him in that way. So this requires, as Sridhara told, diving deep into reality. We have to see past our own illusions. We are creating the problems that we see. We are creating the material conception by our own desires. Material conception is coming to us. And by desiring to remember Krishna and please Krishna and serve Krishna, we can overcome, by his grace, that illusion. Text number 18. Alok alokika avodaye, lokika vichara tu chatvam, mugdamam nigadantu, niti nipuna, abrantam muhur vaidika, mandam bandava sanshaya, jaradiyan muktadara, sodara, unmatam dana, janino viveka, chatura kaman, ahadambikam, moktam nag, Shramate Banag Api Bana Govinda Padaspriham. By Madhava, Madhava-Acharya. Awakening of divine affection for Krishna proves worldly opinion mere trivia. The expert moralist may say that I am deluded. The Vedic religions may insist that I am misled, and my associates may condemn me as uncultured. My own brothers may disrespect me and call me an idiot. The wealthy may say I am bad, and the sharp-witted philosophers may severely criticize me as being a great egotist. Nevertheless, my heart cannot budge in the slightest degree from its aspiration to serve the lotus feet of Govinda. An interesting point that one who develops love for Krishna, an interest in Krishna, the world becomes the enemy of that person because the world wants to forget Krishna. And anyone who is remembering Krishna, they consider their enemy because they're trying to forget Krishna. Therefore, they may cause all kinds of problems for the devotee. Speak all kinds of harsh things, not because they don't like the devotee, but because they don't like the idea of accepting God as the sole and central purpose of life. And they're all busy trying to forget that idea and engage in their self-interested ideas or self-interested ideas, extended self-interest ideas. So anyone who practices something against that, who is opposed to that idea, they are against them, against that idea. So the intellectuals, the scientists, and so forth, they think that God is a sentiment. Worshipping God is a superstitious sentiment. It has nothing to do with reality. It doesn't get you anywhere. Not like the hard, cold facts of a empirical world. Their motto is seeing is believing. And the devotee's motto is believing is seeing. Devotee can see God, can see Krishna. It's not a question of a belief or a superstition. They can feel and have a relationship with Krishna. some type of relief. So for a devotee, that is reality. And whatever the non-believers say, that cannot convince one who has actually fixed the reality of Krishna consciousness, cannot dissuade them, whatever they may say, whatever magnificent things they may do, sending rockets to the moon or wherever, atomic bombs and so forth. Ultimately, they're just, what do you call it, running in like a squirrel cage, huh?
The hamster wheel?
A hamster wheel? A hamster wheel. They're doing the same thing, whether they're going to the moon or on Earth or wherever. They're running in circles. Samsara, birth, death, old age, disease, again and again. And they think that's progress. They think they're doing something great. So Krishna consciousness requires a revolutionary worldview, a revolutionary understanding of things. And not just a change of attitude or whatever. It's a revolutionary. All conception of everything changes. Art changes and everything changes. So we're not interested in changing people's minds. We're interested in people changing their own hearts. We can't change another person's heart. But we can tell the things that the Vedas say, that the scriptures say, that the saints tell us, the experiences we have, and the experiences that they have conveyed to us. We can explain all those things. And then it's up to the individual. He has the quality of heart to be able to accept those things and to go in that direction that are given by the great saints and sages. It's a free choice. Cannot force anyone. But those who have sumedasha, those who have proper intelligence, they will understand. They'll be able to discriminate. Yes, this is good. This is the direction I want to go in. When before I became a devotee, when I was still a graduate from the university, postdoc from the university, I first met the devotees and I heard about sat-cit-ananda, eternity, knowledge, and bliss. And I thought, I never heard anybody talk about that before. By this process, you can become eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. I never heard anyone say that, only the devotees. And I thought, who would be foolish enough to not try to seek that? All these other promises that people are offering, none of them are offering that. Sat-cit-ananda. But by becoming Krishna conscious, we can realize, actualize our own nature, eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. as Krishna and Nityadas. There we enter into the eternal world. You don't have to die to get there. You only have to die to live. And your life is given to that higher conception. And we can achieve that by practice, by association, by surrender, and by service. We can get there. It may take time, but those who have faith have no problem. What difficulty is it to achieve sat-cit-ananda? How much difficulty are we willing to take upon ourselves to get to that platform? But no matter whatever else we do, it will never produce such a result for us. And no one ever promises that it will. Only the scripture, only the devotees have given us this information. So he says here, my heart cannot budge whatever people may say, whatever the world may say. It cannot budge in the slightest degree from its aspiration to serve the lotus feet of Sri Govinda. They're all trifling affairs. To become famous in this world, become powerful or wealthy or whatever you may think. All these things are trifling compared to the highest goal of becoming a surrendered servant of the Supreme Lord. Joy and evil.
Hare Krishna.
Adi Rasapana Matanam Janamatta Vicharad Chavakashtaha Parivadatu Jano Yatato Tatayam Nanu Mukaro Navyayam Vicharayama Arirasa Mandira Madati Mata Madati Mata Bhuvi Vilutama Natama Nirvishamaha Sarvabhauma, the lotus feet of Sarvabhauma, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, associate of Lord Chaitanya. The people's opinion is of no consequence to the devotees absorbed in the ecstasy of service to Lord Hari. The gossipers may slander us, but we shall not heed them. Completely intoxicated by drinking the wine of the ecstasy of Sri Hari's service, we shall dance, roll on the ground, and faint. Mahaprabhu preached Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahistuna. And he said, Amanina Manadena, Kirtanea Sadhani. Amanina Manadena. Amanina means you don't mind. Amanina, you're not looking for the praise of others. Amanina. Amanina. The is there. Amanina and then Manadena. Dena means to give. He doesn't give a hoot about what other people think. But he gives honor to others because he knows the Lord is there ultimately behind everything. Amanina. He doesn't disrespect others, or give any mind to them. When Jesus was on the cross, dying on the cross, what did he say? He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They're like intoxicated persons. They take the Son of God and crucify him. What greater ignorance can there be? What greater crime? What greater injustice? What greater foolishness? What greater ignorance? What greater arrogance can there be than that? But Christ understood. They don't know what they're doing. Their lives are covered in ignorance and darkness and Maya illusion. They have no idea what is the most beneficial. What is most beneficial for them, they don't know. They're all seeking that benefit, but they don't know which way to go and what that really is, because they don't understand their own selves, their own true nature. They're identifying with the material body, but don't recognize that even their body has a spiritual significance. Everything underneath is actually spiritual. One philosopher said, going beyond this world means understanding this world properly. There's not a heaven above. The kingdom of God is within. We don't have to go beyond things. We have to go beyond our ignorance, our misconception. Everything is based upon conception, consciousness. What is our conception of the world? That's the world for us. What we think the world is, that's what the world becomes for us. Atma van manyate jagat. As you are, so you see the world. But coming from your own evil and within your own self. We blame the world for what is within us, for what we're seeing. But again and again, we see the most highly elevated saints and sages. They can tolerate all kinds of things without becoming enraged or angered or whatever.
Spiteful.
Intolerant, huh?
Spiteful.
Resentful or spiteful, yes. Rather, they're always forgiving, humble and forgiving. It was our own lack of Krishna consciousness that sees in the world what is not Krishna, what does not belong to Krishna. When we become Krishna conscious, everything helps us, comes to help us, to propel us more and more toward the service and affection of the Lord, attachment to the Lord. Next, number 20. Bahu Manita Manita
Advaitananda.
Manit Advaita Ananda Singha Sanat Rajarasa Gana Mortes Charade Luntana Upa Atma Nikshepanam. Bahu Manita Advaita Ananda Advaita Viti Patikar Upashyaha Ananda Singhasan Labdadiksha Atena Kenapi Vayam Tatena Dakshi Krita Gopa Varu Vitena Bilmangal. Abdicating the much vaunted throne of monistic bliss to cast oneself unto the service of Sri Krishna, the embodiment of divine ecstasy of Vrindavan, by rolling in the dust of his lotus feet. Although I am worshipable by the wanderers on the path of monism, and although I have received initiation into ascending the great throne of self-satisfaction, I have been forcibly converted into the maidservant by some deceitful paramour of the gopis. Bill Bangal. Mani Advaitananda. The haunted throne of monistic bliss.
Srila Maharaj made that up.
Singha-sant is the throne, huh?
Ah.
Mani Advaitananda. The bliss of monism, huh? Of oneness. Multifaceted bliss. Bahu. You know the story of the 4 Kumars in the Bhagavatam. They were attracted to the Brahman realization, Shantaras. But by smelling the leaf of Tulsi, they realized there was something higher. They were inspired to look for the higher thing. Tulsi Devi attracted their attention. Generally, the monists aren't attracted by anything of this world. So when they were attracted by the scent of Tulsi Devi, what was it about Tulsi Devi that attracted them? Not an ordinary, mundane attraction. Eh? a special potency Tulsi Devi has. She's dearly beloved by Krishna. So when we give respect to Tulsi Devi, we're respecting something that Krishna himself respects and loves. And he becomes very pleased with us by that process. So Tulsi Devi is always found within the home of the Vaishnava, very carefully tended to by the Vaishnavas. And that helps increase their devotion to Krishna. It has that special potency. If you have the opportunity to do that, to worship Tulsi at home, a very blissful devotional activity, very simple to perform. Although Tulsi Devi is a little difficult to take care of, she's very delicate. But still, if we can manage to care for her with a little water every once in a while, meditate on Krishna and chant, and she will help us make progress in our own spiritual life.
You're talking of the tree, Maharaj? The Tulsi
bush.
tree?
It's a bush.
Yeah, a bush, shrub.
A bush. Very hard to grow Tulsi into a big bush, but in India you see it sometimes. At some of the temples, she grows very lavishly. But at home, she's usually just a small bush, small plant. Then you can take those leaves that fall off and put them on the offerings that you make, the bhog offerings that you make, and offer it to Krishna with the Tulsi leaf. And it becomes very auspicious. Again, Krishna likes that because he has so much love for Tulsi. A very nice devotional practice. Okay, any other question?
I have one question, Maharaj. You first talked in the first passage that it was about giving up religion. I volunteer in the cathedral, so I still have association with Christianity. Is that not good, or is I don't know. I think it's a good thing to do.
Yes, I'm not bad, but that's a help. We understand that religion is a help for us to purify our lives, to put us in the right track. But then, what is it that we're trying to aim for in religion? The ultimate goal of religion is to love God. So if we are practicing religion just to be good, or to show others that we are good or whatever, then it's not the highest thing. The whole purpose of it is for becoming Krishna conscious, surrendering to Krishna. These things help us, religiosity, definitely. They help us. That's why even in the Krishna world, there's the temples, the deities, and so forth. They are all meant to encourage us, purify us, so that we can become Krishna conscious with their help. Remember what Krishna says in the Gita, huh? It says, Sarvadar Mam Parityaya. Give up religion. Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. And come to be alone. This is Krishna's instruction. You know? He wants our full attention and not on some ritual, some duty, things like that, but full surrender and love. If following some religion leads us to that goal, then it's okay, whatever it may be.
Or is it because it's serving? I look at it as serving, but that's the way that,
That's
yeah.
also a way to serve. Oh, you know, your heart will tell you. You read these things, you hear these things, and you apply it into your life as best you can, as best you understand. That's all Krishna can expect of us. If he wants to bring you to something else, something higher or whatever, that's up to him, between him and you. But as long as we are going in the right direction, that's the main thing. Not becoming attached to this, that, the other thing. Krishna is non-sectarian. He's not defined by religion. Sanatana Dharma. You see, there are Christianity, there's Judaism, there's Mormonism, there's Protestantism, Islamism, so many religions. Which religion is right? Or the real question is, but what is religion? What is religion? And Krishna tells us in the Vedas, Dharmam Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. I am the enunciator of religions. Religions come from me. The word of religion, the words of religion, the teachings of religion come from Krishna. Dharmam Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. The religion means to follow the direction of God, the order of the Supreme Lord. And the process of surrender, therefore. They don't realize it, but that's what it is. And that can be in any religion. Vedas are very accommodating. They don't only teach one thing, one size fits all. They don't teach that. According to their needs, according to their understanding, according to their ability, the different religions are there. So try to see religion in that way, as a process, not as the all in all. And it's okay. Sometimes we don't want to go too fast. Then we lose everything. So we have to take it step by step, slowly, and try to come to these higher positions slowly, gradually. not all at once, because that will disturb our faith. No, it's okay. Whatever you're doing, that is okay. And you're always coming to hear Prapanna-jivanamrtam, the other scriptures. So you're getting that information from above also. And that will contribute to your development of your spiritual life. Anything else?
Not for me. Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you. My dandavats to everyone. Please be
Dandavad.
well,
Maharaj.
be healthy. There he is, the Sringa Vishwambar. Okay. My dandavad. My love to you all.
Dandavad.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam Vidya.
Dandavats.